What happens when one spouse wants intimacy, wants sex more than the other? How does that mismatch affect not just your sex life, but the messages that you send to each other about love, about desire, and about how you value each other? And the thing is, these differences don't mean that something is wrong with your marriage per se. They mean you're human. The real question is, how are you navigating that? But I think this is where many couples struggle because what happens when that desire isn't equal? What happens when one spouse wants to sex more than the other? And this is the unspoken weight of a lot of marriages where there's this mismatched libido. And one spouse is carrying a lot of the invisible weight of running the household, managing the kids, work, household demands. Desire can get kind of pushed or crowded out. Not because there's a disinterest in sex anymore, per se, but because you're just tired, you're exhausted. First of all, you got to talk outside the bedroom. These conversations need to happen before you're trying to have sex. You've got to have calm conversations about needs and expectations leading up to the bedroom. Also, you need to ask instead of accuse. So that means replacing words like, why don't you ever want me? Why don't you ever want sex with, can you help me understand what makes you feel more ready or more, not grammatically correct, but more willing to have sex? And finally, address the root cause. Look deeper than just, we're not having sex enough and that's a problem. Look deeper than just the issue around frequency. Either way, it doesn't mean your marriage is broken. It actually means you're pretty normal. Okay.